You know, I promised myself that as I had some revelations along the way about growing a YouTube channel, that I would be the first one to come on here and try to share with you exactly what I think it takes. Guys, we're spending a lot of time supporting one another, and I appreciate that. And I see all of you, and I'm coming around to see you. But I think it's important that if you're truly trying to grow this, let's just be realistic. You can keep going around and loving on the ones that are coming to you and all this kind of stuff. But your numbers are going to stay pretty much the same until you get some shares, until you get some engagement, and until you start drawing your circle out a little bit bigger. As we reach out to people, I have noticed for myself that a lot of comments seem very, hey, I was here, cool. And then you got some that say something in particular or something that you just know that for whatever reason that person heard what you said or they really did get something from that video. So I'm not going to make this a real long video. I apologize about yesterday's and how long it was. It was a shout out and I appreciate every one of you. But, you know, in sales, I was an insurance salesman for about 3 years. I hated it. Didn't like door-to-door sales. But I did learn some pretty cool ways of breaking the ice. One, I used my humor. I've always fell back on that. I could laugh my way out of most situations. And when I couldn't, then I was pretty quick so I could run my way out of them. But what I'm trying to get at is as you go around and see people and you're engaging with new folks especially, be thoughtful about your comment and go through the comments. If you're trying to build this, I'm talking from not I'm pushing my brother and sister up and I'm trying to hold them up and I'm trying to love on them. But if you're trying to grow your channel in an organic way, a true organic way without any kind of tricks, any kind of fireworks, anything like that, one, just be sincere when you make your videos. But two, be thoughtful about how you reach out. When you go watch somebody's video, then take notice of the comments that's in there. Take notice of the people that's in there. Maybe even go visit a couple of their channels while you're in there. But as you make your comments, look for something in that video. Look for something about that person. Look for a detail that you haven't seen in that comment section, and you approach that detail and make it in a thoughtful way. At the risk of sounding, like a repeat, you have to give back as much love as you want back. And it does come back tenfold eventually. I think you keep putting feelers out, keep being sincere, keep being who you are. Don't let little negative things or comments or anything like that get you down. Just keep doing what you know is right. And for myself, I'm just very confident in what I'm actually doing here. So I want you guys to just think about that. I have noticed a real growth in just people, just people commenting on my comments. And whether they come by to see me right then, well, that doesn't matter. And whether they ever come by to see me doesn't really matter. But there might be somebody in there that reads my comment that says, well, that was a thoughtful comment. Or I didn't notice that detail. Or I didn't see that. Or they just appreciate the way that you use your vocabulary in just a couple little sentences, because that's all you really have. And, as we go and visit, remember the size channels that we're dealing with, okay? We got some that's the size of mine. I'm very small, very new. I've only been doing this a couple months. I think I topped 50 subscribers a couple days ago or yesterday. But just remember as you go around and you're making comments and everything that, one, when you're on a bigger channel, they've got a lot of people they're trying to engage with. Because I promise you, If this is what you want to do, this is your job. If you've ever been wondering, okay, well, what do YouTubers do? How is it that they do this? Hey, man, if you want 1,000 subscribers, go visit 5,000 people and make 5,000 comments. And you might get 1,000 subscribers. You might get more. But I feel like that's pretty much the way the numbers are going to work out. You're going to make a lot of comments that you don't see any return for. And then you're going to make a comment on somebody's stuff that you might see 4 or 5 people for. So basically, what I'm trying to say is treat each comment as, and I don't want to sound like you're making sales because I believe in pushing each other up. But as we're growing this channel, we have to realize that we are dealing with people, even though there's a screen right here and you know, maybe they have some fireworks going off in the background or they, you know, whatever, they're still people and you have to find your approach to those people. For me, it is, I truly watch. I don't just glance through, I watch. That's why my eyes were killing me. Because I spend time. And I watch because I'm growing a channel. If you've ever watched my video, Acceptance, How to Accept Change, you know, it's one of my first ones. I told y'all, I'm doing this brand new right in front of you so you can see exactly what it takes. I started in September. And I'm trying to learn the whole system. Like I didn't know any of it. So like I'm truly like a baby in some ways trying to learn this. So I promised as I started it, as I started seeing what was actually working for me, I was going to share it with everybody. And I'm telling you, the secret to the sauce is in your comments. If you want more views than what you already have, go make more comments. If you want more subscribers, make even more comments. And that's going to be the way that you grow. And in sales, they'll teach you every time that you hear a no, you're that much closer to a yes. Well, every time that you may not get a response back or you may not get a view back, well, you're just getting that much closer to the one that not only views but shares something that you had. So I wanted to touch on that. It's Saturday. It's a good day. It's sunny here in the great Commonwealth of Virginia. Looks like it's going to be pretty. I want you guys to keep your head up, stay strong. You know, just keep doing what you're doing. I just wanted to throw this out there. It's inside knowledge that I feel like needs to be spoke on a little bit more. That your engagements, you know, that's going to be the way that people first see you. And that's going to be the way that you break the ice and you say something thoughtful that you can read down through the comments and you can see what everybody else said. And if you can find something in a thoughtful way to touch on that nobody else has said, or something within that video that's in the background, all right, for example, my stuff. Well, you would catch my eye right off in my comments if you were to say anything about my guitar or my mandolin or whatever. Okay, so you see what I'm saying? Look for those types of details. Look for those things because subliminally people know that they're there. And they know that in order for them to have actually left me this comment, they had to actually be looking and actively engaged in what I was talking about. So I'm not going to run this one up way long. I just wanted to touch on that, but I think that's where your growth is going to be found, guys. You all have a great weekend, and I'll see you in a day or two.